everybody. My name is Eric Eberly. I'm the Deputy Program Manager for NASA's Centennial Challenges Program. I'm here today to promote and let everybody know about the CubeSat Lunar and Deep Space Challenges that we are opening for registration. As I mentioned, so NASA promote and let everybody know about the CubeSat Lunar and Deep Space Challenges that we are opening for registration in the near term. So NASA Centennial Challenges, I have a question for everybody first, and that's, what does Napoleon, Raymond Ortigue, X Prize, and NASA have in common? And the answer is that all of them have offered up some prize money to solve a difficult problem. Napoleon solved the food preservation problem for his troops. Raymond Ortigue, actually, you probably recognize it more as Spirit of St. Louis and Charles Lindbergh. He was the awardee of that prize. And of course, X Prize is well known, as well as NASA's come on recently since 2005, which I'll show you a slide in just a minute on that. But NASA is incentivizing technology development to help with technical solutions that we are interested in. We offer up cash prizes for solutions and to stimulate innovation. And the challenges are opened up to U.S. citizens, permanent residents, or U.S. entities. The best thing also is that competitors get to keep their intellectual property rights. And most challenges are set up such that there's minimal reporting or government oversight that teams are free to do at will, and you just come and compete. So we are reaching beyond the typical government solicitations and methods that we typically use, such as contracts, grants, SBIRs, and STTRs. So we need you. We need you to help solve our challenges, and that's why I'm here to promote the CubeSat challenge. Here's some information about our previous challenge winners. NASA Centennial Challenges has been around since 2005. We've had 24 competitions held in 9 challenges, and around $6 million has been awarded. The astronaut glove, pictured here, the awardees actually wound up using their prize money to establish new aerospace corporations, which we've experienced with some of our other competitions as well. So the challenges that I wish to relay to you today is we are kicking off 2 challenges for CubeSat, Deep Space Communication, as well as the Lunar Propulsion and Communication Challenge. The kickoff will occur this winter. We're looking to open up registration in November, December timeframe, but also have a summit in January 7th and 8th at Ames Research Center, to delve into the details of the challenge and allow potential competitors to come together to find out more information, and also a teaming activity. Qualified teams will vie for an opportunity to launch on NASA's Exploration Mission 1 at no cost. There's a image here showing a section of the SLS EM1 vehicle where 6U CubeSats will be deployed in a translunar injection maneuver, after the translunar injection maneuver. So now that I've got your attention there, $5.5 million allocation prize money. We have the prize structure set up so that there's lots of opportunity, lots of different categories to be awarded prize money. As I mentioned, there's 2 prize categories here, two prize challenges. The first one, the Lunar Challenge, is up to $3 million total. We are offering up $1.5 million to be shared with all teams that achieve a lunar orbit. So after deployment, whether from a third-party launch vehicle or from the EM1, if you obtain a lunar orbit, you can share in the $1.5 million. We are also looking for error-free communication. The team that communicates the largest volume of data, but also another opportunity there is the fastest burst rate speed. Will share in $1 million. Now, let me clarify. Error-free communication. Any type of corrective coding may be used. We are looking for the end, point A to point B volume of data. So, for instance, if you used Reed-Solomon or something like that, whether you transmit twice to get an entire package, the delivered amount of data is counted towards the competition, the error-free portion. Then also we have a longevity. In other words, well, for the Lunar Challenge, that means maintaining orbit for the longest. It would get 500,000. The Deep Space Communication Challenge will award up to $1.5 million. And similarly, you'll see the categories for error-free communication, much like the Lunar Challenge. Longevity, in this case, just surviving the longest, there is no lunar orbit requirement for this challenge. It's go as far as you can, a minimum of 4 million kilometers, and maintain communication. So you'll see there's a category for longevity as well as distance. So the farthest distance would get 250K, the longest lasting 250K. And along the way, we are going to have ground qualification competitions where we have 1 million set aside to be shared among teams that come to compete at the ground qualification competitions. And I'll elaborate a little bit more on that on the next chart. So the challenge will end 365 days after the launch date, whether you launch with EM1 or whether they're a third-party provider. Winners will be determined by the submitted results at the end of the competition period. And teams may compete in more than one challenge, but only one spacecraft will be considered for EM1. And of course, if you compete in more than if you compete in both challenges, you must satisfy the requirements for those respective challenges. And again, so the entire challenge, the 2 challenges combined, upwards of 5.5 million money has been allocated for these. Going to the next slide. Hypothetically speaking, we put together a timeline to try and elaborate some of the details. You can see that we have several GQC competitions scheduled starting, we have it as late fall, early, like November, December 2014 competition registration begins. You can see the GQC1, we've revised the term for that, and simply it's just registration submittal. We're not awarding any money for that. But you can see the following 4 ground qualification competitions are, oops, hold on a second. Sorry. GQC, so for instance, GQC2, we have 200K set aside for teams to compete for that, in which we will award the top 10 teams scoring a 3 or better on a scale of 1 to 5, that they would be awarded a portion of that money. So each team would vie for 20K and successive competitions. So if quick math will tell you that each team has the opportunity to be awarded 100K through the ground qualification competitions. But each competition, it's considered a separate competition. So, for instance, if you come in at, say you're ranked at number 8 on GQC2, you would get 20K. But maybe next time you come in, other teams have surpassed your metrics, and you may only come in at number 12. That doesn't put you out of the entire competition. You just are not able to be awarded a portion of the 300K that's set aside for GQC3. Teams may continue as long as they desire in the competition. The last GQC, as we denoted here, GQC5, there will be a down select if there's more teams than slots available on EM1. A scenario here with Team B, they proceeded through the GQCs, but yet they were not selected for EM1. Teams A, C, and D were selected and proceeded to the EM1 launch and competed in the competition. 365 days after EM1 launch, this competition ended, those that launched on EM1. As you can see down further in the hypothetical timeline, teams X, Y, and Z decided to go with a third-party launch vehicle. Team X participated in the GQCs and perhaps was awarded, depending upon their metrics and scoring, they could earn a portion of that prize money there, and then went off and launched in their third-party launch vehicle. And then 365 days after that launch, their time period ends, and we're looking for the accumulated volume of data within 28-day period. Another scenario with Team Y, third party, again, 365 days. Team Z, in this case, they came in a little bit late when third party, they launched and then were not in position to accumulate as much as 28 days, but they still competed and submitted their volume of data. So this here is just a hypothetical timeline. Tried to give several different scenarios here. As we go through the ground qualification competitions, teams will need to specify whether they intend to go through compete for EM1 slot or third party. But that decision is asked prior to each competition, and we're not going to hold the team to that decision except for GQC 5, where we need to perform the down select to ride on EM1. So in summary, we have 2 new challenges coming out. NASA Centennial Challenges is promoting the CubeSat Deep Space Communication Challenge and the CubeSat Lunar Propulsion and Communication Challenge. We are opening up registration later this fall. As I mentioned, our goal is to get it out in November so that teams can start registering in December. We have a summit kickoff in January 7th and 8th, to be held at Ames Research Center. And more information can be found on our website at www.nasa.gov/challenges. We will keep that website up to date for all challenge information, and check it frequently and often as you wish. We welcome everybody to enter the challenge, and we're looking for you to help solve our challenges. Thank you.
Yay.